Dr. John Maxwell defined leadership as influence. It's been said that the most introverted individual will influence at least 10,000 people throughout the course of their lifetime. I'm wondering, what are you doing with your superpower? How are you using it? Simply because if serving is below you, then leading is beyond you. Today on In the Mix, let's have a courageous conversation about developing the servant leader in you, how to 10x your leadership ability. This is going to be good. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. Good people, how you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you are doing well. I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm yours truly, your host with the most, Dr. Eddie Connor, and it is an honor to welcome you, and I'm so glad that you are joining us too. You know how we do it, family. We're getting ready to have a conversation of illumination, but in order to do that, I need you to hit the thumbs up button. Come on, help me out. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the subscribe button as well. I don't want you to be a ghost follower at all, so hit that subscribe button as well. Family, you know how we do it. We got to pay the light bill. Yeah. How do we pay the light bill? We drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Come on. As a matter of fact, drop some light bulb emojis in our live chat. It's going to be 100 watts. We're going to keep it all the way 100 in our conversation. We turn the lights all the way on. We're going to light it up. We too lit to quit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. Family, as we have this conversation of illumination on our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains, we're going to spotlight and we're going to highlight our topic for today. Developing the servant leader in you. That's true. How to 10x your leadership ability. And what I want to give you are some real empowering strategies that are really going to shift you and give you massive insight to 10x your leadership skills. If that's you and you desire a stronger network, you want to increase your profitability, you want to increase your productivity as well, you want to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence, you definitely want to join our Eagles Academy, theeaglesacademy.com, where we go even further and farther. I can't take it all the way there today. I'm going to give you just at least a slice of the pie. This is a session for you if you're trying to increase your productivity, your proficiency, and your profitability, and increase your network as well. You're tuned into the right channel and the right conversation. What we have to do, especially if we're thinking about becoming better leaders, is the fact that we have to first lead ourselves. The greatest leader, yes, is a servant leader, but also the greatest leader is one of those who leads themselves. Right? How do I lead myself each and every single day? That is accountability, that is responsibility, that is respectability. That is doing what I don't feel like doing so that I can get to where it is that I need to do, where it is that I need to be, overcoming specific obstacles, shifting my mindset to an innovative, next level thinking, strategic mindset, overcoming personal idiosyncrasies, the things that are our hang-ups and our hold-ups and even our hiccups, by using our influence to make a difference, because that's what leadership boils down to. Leadership on its granular level, if we can boil it down to one word, as Dr. John Maxwell declared, leadership is influence. You can think about it, yes, practically, but you can also think about it biblically, spiritually. Matthew chapter 20, verse 26 declares, whoever wants to be a leader among you must be your servant. That's the prerequisite for leadership. Yeah, whoever wants to be a leader among you, put servant in front of it. Yeah, got to first be a servant, because the best leaders are servant leaders. Jesus, being the greatest example of leadership, is the preeminent example of servant leadership. Why is that? Because his life was not only for his own benefit, but it was for the benefit of others. It was for the benefit of humanity in its totality. Here's some of the traits of servant leaders. Servant leaders embody humility. Servant leaders embody the whole notion that it is not about me, it's about we. It's not about I, it's about us. They embody humility. They embody strength. They embody vision. They embody care. They embody attentiveness. They embody sacrifice. Why? Because it's not so much about me being served, it's about me doing the serving for others. I understand that. Here's what I have to do. I have to model it. I have to be an example of it. I can't expect you to do what it is that I don't do. Got to be a model for it, simply because we think, oh, leaders are born. No, leaders are not born. Leaders are made. Leaders are forged through the fire. Leaders understand that it's not about what it is that I'm getting, it's about what it is that I'm giving. Leaders understand this notion that tough times don't last, tough people do. If you're looking for leaders, especially for your ministry, your business, your venture, here's the thing that I realize. You don't have to choose leaders. Leaders choose themselves. What does that mean? Leaders choose themselves? How do leaders choose themselves? They just appoint themselves? They just give themselves a title? No. Leaders choose themselves by rolling up their sleeves, by serving, by working, without a title attached to it, without trying to just get necessarily some money out of it, without ulterior motives. They just want to serve simply because they have the heart of a servant. Are you hearing me? Are you following me? Come on, family, just type leadership. I haven't even told you to type anything yet. I know you can't tap your neighbor, but you can type your neighbor. Type leadership. Leaders are choosing themselves. Leaders also disqualify themselves, because there are those who are under the pseudo title of leadership, that all they care about is what can you do for them. They listen, their favorite station on the FM station is WIIFM. What's in it for me? That's their favorite station. It ain't WJLB. It's not your gospel station. It's not Mix 92.3. It's not Hot 97. It's not the Kirk Franklin station on satellite, Sirius, satellite radio. I'm serious about it. No, it's WIIFM. What's in it for me? Leaders are not born, leaders are made. Leadership is about, here it is, the people factor. How can you call yourself a leader and how you want to ingratiate yourself to people when you don't even like people? Woo! Is this thing on? Come here. Let me talk to you. How you going to call yourself a leader and trying to lead people? You don't even like people. Leaders understand the people factor. Leaders understand the whole aspect that you're dealing with a conglomerate of personalities. Everybody's not going to be peachy keen. Some people are going to be obstinate. Some people are going to be a little difficult to work with. But here's what. They understand this, that they don't allow people to change their disposition. They are a thermostat, not a thermometer. They don't adjust to the environment adjusts to them. They don't reflect, they respond. That's what leaders are. Leadership is about dealing with people. Leadership is about understanding the dynamics about people and of people. Leadership is about the psychological aspect, which means, how can I better influence other people? How can I develop my leadership ability? What seminars can I go to? What communities can I be in? What conferences can I attend? What books can I read? Speaking of communities can I be in? Come on, you need to be a part of our Eagles community. Eagles. My acronym for Eagles is this: Empowered Authentically Gifted Leaders Envisioning Success. You owe it to you to get into a community of leaders who lead by example, not just in words, but in deeds. Indeed, go and register right now to join us. Yeah, I want you to be a part of our sessions, my live sessions of me teaching, coaching, training, mentoring, empowering. The Eagle's Nest reflection homework that I give, that I also provide feedback to you, that you can ascertain, that you can chart your growth, 24/7, 365 access to any of our previously and current sessions. Being a part of our private Facebook group where it's all about motivation, determination, 24/7, 365, 366 on a leap year. We're empowering you to leap each and every single day of the year. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. Family, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you will be transformed. Leaders understand this. As we're talking right now, let's reset the room. Developing the servant leader in you, how to 10x your leadership ability. Leaders understand this. Hear me, you can't lead without being led. Why is that? Because all leaders were first great followers. Here's the question. How can you lead others if you don't have a clear direction and a clear vision for where it is that you are going? If you don't know where you go, if you don't know where you're going, why would somebody want to follow you? It is the blind leading the blind. As I said before, leadership is not about me. Leadership is about we. Leadership is not about I. Leadership is about us. Come on, family, type we. Type us. Leadership is about more than just a title. Leadership is a function. And here's the thing. If you cannot function in the position of where it is that you are a leader at, maybe you should be stripped of the title. Why? Because maybe here it is, you feel your title is that you feel entitled. Yeah. You feel entitled to the applause. You feel entitled to the adulation. You feel entitled to the celebration. You feel entitled to being served. You don't feel entitled to serve. If serving is below you, leading is beyond you. Y'all don't like me now. Y'all don't like me now. Let me take it to another way. Let me take it to another aspect. Leadership is not dictatorial. Leadership is not controlling. Leadership is not dictating. Leadership is about serving. Come on, family, type servant leader. I'm not just a leader. I'm a servant leader. Coined by Robert Greenleaf, the whole aspect of servant leadership. Come on, family, type that. Servant leader. Your ultimate success as a leader is about servant leadership. Family, let me make it plain. Let me set the tone on the microphone. Let me make it known on the microphone. Don't let social media fool you. Don't let social media fool you. It's not about how many followers you have. It's about how many leaders that you create from those who follow you. You can't have good leadership, hear me as well, if you don't have good fellowship. Why? Because if you call yourself a leader, you can't call yourself a leader if you're walking and nobody's behind you. You're just out for a walk. You're just getting calisthenics in. You're just getting some good exercise. You're just out for a brisk walk. Can't have good leadership without good followership. And here's the thing. A leader also is connected to another leader. A leader is also a follower. Why? Because a leader has somebody that they are accountable to. A leader has a covering. Leader's not just out there, just on their own, making decisions with no intention. No, leaders also have those who they confide in, who they trust, who they are submitted to. Who are you following? Who are you accountable to? Why is that? Because in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Who is advising you? Who are your advisors? Who is counseling you? A person who is not willing to be counseled, a person who is not willing to be advised, a person who is not willing to follow, a person who is not willing to be led is like a ship without a sail. It's really destruction. Can you be humble enough to submit yourself to good leadership? Why? Because a know-it-all really knows nothing at all. Yeah, I'm glad that I've got powerful individuals in my life who, yes, I'm submitted to, who, yes, are coverings for me, who, yes, I go to, who, yes, I confide in. Who I seek advice from, who in many cases have forgotten more wisdom or more information than many of us remember in totality. Forgot more word than oftentimes we can remember, or even I can remember. Why? Because leadership is 80% attitude, 20% skill. What is my attitude when it comes to leadership? What is my attitude that determines my altitude? Maybe you're not going high because your attitude is so low. You feel as if you don't know anything, or if you feel as if you don't know something, that is an indictment on who it is that you are. No. There's always room for us to grow. There's always room for improvement. The biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. Come on, family, type improvement. Type improvement. I gotta grow. I gotta get better. I have to become a better leader. Come on, that ought to be the driving force. How can I serve today? What capacity can I serve? How can I fill in the gap here? What if we woke up every day with that on our mind? We woke up every day with not just an exclamation point or period of what it is that we need to do and how we expect the day to run. No, we wake up in the morning with the question, God, how can I serve? Who do you need me to connect to? Who do you need me to call? How do you need me to show up in this particular person's life? Can you order my steps? I want to be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, meeting the right people, making the right connections. I want favor to follow me and guide my footsteps. Show me how to serve today. But here's the thing, that doesn't happen without a servant's heart. It won't flow into your hands. It won't reside in your head until it first hits your heart, until it first lives and resides in your heart. Who's the greatest among us is what it is that we are asking. And Jesus has a resounding answer, and he says, the greatest among you shall be your servant. Family, we're in the mix, talking about developing the servant leader in you, how to 10x your leadership ability. I would that you would join us as a member of In the Mix. You're watching In the Mix, but come on, you're not a member of In the Mix? Let's do something about that. Come on, family, join us. You say, well, how do I do that? I really would love to do this. So all you have to do is tap the link in the bio, tap the link in my description of this video, rather. Tap the link in the chat, as a matter of fact, and it's going to take you to 3 particular categories where you can partner with us from. Whether it's VIP, very important person, you are with a very important purpose. Then you have royalty, king or queen. Your royalty demands loyalty. Then you have OQP, only quality people. You're an only quality person. VIP, royalty, OQP. You up with OQP? Yeah, you know me. You up with OQP? Now you show me. Simply support one of those badges, and you see that it's very colorful in our live chat with a number of different individuals who have purchased a badge that denotes their loyalty as a member. I would that you would help to support our broadcast and help to broaden our broadcast by simply becoming a partner and joining us as an In the Mix member. My give and my gift to you is to now give you access to a private area on our YouTube area, in our YouTube channel, called Connor's Corner. Yeah, Connor's Corner has a lot of content in it where I'm just having real courageous conversations outside of the regular norm of how you may see me right here or on social media. This content is not on social media, not on any part of my YouTube channel. It's only for members. Membership has its privileges. I would that you would become a member and support one of those VIP royalty OQP badges. I appreciate you. I thank you even in advance for doing so. And of course, shout out to all of our current In the Mix members. You help this show to go and you help it to flow. If you're not a member of our Eagles community, you can partner with me on that level as well. The greatest level that I offer, by becoming a member of our Eagles community. Empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. And yes, family, I've got 2 new books, my 17th and my 18th book. Can you believe that? They are out right now. Learners are leaders. Yeah, that's a pretty good title for today. Then also Strategies for Successful Schools. Whether you're a teenager or a teacher, you can benefit from any of these books. Whether you are preteen as well, preschool teacher, you can still benefit from these books. Administrator, board member, parent, community advocate. These books are written, especially as we are in the throes of a school year. We got to get our young people graduating. We got to get our young people on a fast track of success. We have to be innovative in our teaching, in our style, and in our training. These books are going to help you to do that and shift the trajectory of your life. Family, we're going to take a quick break. I don't want you to touch that dial. Smile. Yeah. Smile like the leader that you are. Smile like the servant leader that you are. Yeah, I want you to stick and stay. More is coming your way. Breaking news. We got a little bit of a break right here that is going to break you through on the other side of this break. But check this out. Don't touch that dial. Smile after these messages. I'll be right back. Our schools are underfunded, teachers are underpaid, and our children are undereducated. Our classrooms, culture, curriculum, and communities are in crisis like never before. Education is the key, but the lock is broken. So how do we fix it? I'm so glad that you asked. I'm giving you strategies in my new book. It's my 17th book, by the way, called Strategies for Successful Schools. How to develop a diverse classroom of learners who read, lead, and succeed. This is a book that's available right now for our educational leaders. It's a must-read for school board members, parents, community advocates, transformative teachers. But not only that, so many of our young people are struggling with their academics, their mental well-being, limiting beliefs, procrastination, interpersonal trauma, and just feeling like they're hopeless. But what if there was a go-to guide to empower you to be a champion? Here's the good news. I've got another book for you. It's my 18th one. Learners are Leaders, Strategies and Solutions for Student Success. It's got a 31-day journal in there. It's got affirmations, really a lot of valuable life lessons, ways to set smart goals for success, improve your mental well-being, foster academic success, so much more. that is in store when you get not just one, but both of these books. They're both available right now on Amazon. But also, you can get signed copies that are available at theeaglesacademy.com/books. Don't just get them for you, but also get them for someone else too. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family, I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about developing the servant leader in you, how to 10x your leadership ability. John Maxwell, one of the preeminent thought leaders on the topic of leadership, said that leadership is simply influence, right? However, you can't just point people somewhere that you haven't taken yourself there before, right? You can't just point people somewhere. You have to have already been there. And then here's what you got to do. You got to take them there. And sometimes you may not necessarily have been there already physically, but you got to go there mentally. You got to see it before you see it so that you can seize it. How can you take people where you haven't been? And how can you take them anywhere if you don't even know where you're going? How can you give constructive criticism and you haven't even constructed anything? Why are you taking constructive criticism from people who haven't even constructed anything? Tim Elmore, who is the founder of Growing Leaders, said that the most introverted individual will influence at least 10,000 people over the course of their lifetime. Isn't that amazing? Don't tell me you don't have 10,000 followers. You do, and maybe you just don't even know it. You're influencing people, whether they let you know that they're influenced by you or whether they just hide in the shadows and they just watch you. Just because they're not liking doesn't mean that they're not looking. Yeah, let me talk to you. Right? Just when you think, here it is, just when you think nobody is paying attention to you, or you're just the quiet Mac in the back, you're still influencing somebody. And like I said before, leadership is the ability to influence. I want you to think about this. In the book of Genesis, God spoke to the air when he created birds. He spoke to the ground when he created plants. But here's what he did. When he wanted to create human beings, when he wanted to create humanity, here's what he did. He spoke to himself. Isn't that something? God spoke to the air to create birds. He spoke to the ground to create plants. He spoke to the water to create fish. But when he wanted to create man, he spoke to himself. Let us make man in our image and in our likeness. And I need you to know this. You have to know that the greatness of God resides within you. The leadership qualities that are God ordained reside within you. Why are you allowing people to lower your self-esteem? Why are you allowing stinking thinking, imposter syndrome, and narcissistic individuals to stop you from stepping into what God has for you? Hear me. Everybody is not assigned to your assignment, and you ought not feel bad about that. Everyone can't go with you to the next level. Come on, it's like driving a two-door Ferrari. Why am I trying to cram 30 people in there? It just won't fit. It just won't work. There's not enough room. Come on. Everybody can't go with you to the next level. Some people also may be intimidated by your leadership abilities. They just don't want you to recognize what you have. And here it is. Whoever you intimidate will always be who you eliminate. Why is that? Because the sign of mature leadership is, can you put people around you who are intelligent? The sign of mature leadership is, can you put people around you who are gifted? Can you put people around you who are qualified? Can you put people around you who may have more education than you do? Can you put people around you who may be more learned in a particular area that you are not, and not feel intimidated? Woo! Y'all don't want to talk to me. Hello, somebody. Something breaking, something shifting, something happening. Can you put people around you who are more knowledgeable than you? Because there's nothing worse than being under an insecure and threatened leader. Nothing worse than it. Here's what you got to have. You have to have people around you who can complement the areas in which you are challenged in, who can complement the areas where you need to grow in, who can complement the areas that you are not necessarily an expert in, that you don't have the expertise in, that you didn't get the degree in, but they can help you to turn up another degree. Here's what leaders know how to do. Leaders understand the power of delegating. Come on, family, type delegate. Type delegate. You can't handle it all on your own. You just can't keep doing it all on your own. You know why you're frustrated? You know why you feel like tearing your hair out of your head? You know why you're projecting? Simply because you're not delegating. Ease the burden off of you a little bit. Get some people around you who are competent. Get some people around you who got some clarity. Get some people around you who may know a little bit more than you in certain specific areas. They may have administrative gifts. They may have the gifts of help. They may have other gifted areas that they operate in efficiently and effectively. Surround yourself with those individuals. Ease the burden off of your back. Let these leaders choose themselves. And how do they do that? They do that by serving. They do that by engaging. And you do that by watching and saying, all right, look at how this person executes. Look at how this individual handles conflict. Look at what this individual does when something that could have been so upsetting, but they exercised emotional intelligence. I need that individual on my team. Why? Because I don't just soar as high as my dream. I soar as high as my team. Leaders know how to delegate. There's a difference between what you are called to do and what you don't know how to do. Your leadership hangs in the balance of understanding your gifting and your limitation. I need you to hear me. Here's the question. Can you submit yourself to leadership? And let me say this. Can you submit yourself to somebody who is not as qualified as you on paper? A lot of us are messed up because we're looking for leadership from big names. A lot of us, we're messed up because we're looking for leadership from big following. Right? We think, oh, if I could just get connected to this particular person. But are you really disconnected from the dilemma of today? In this hour, you can't tell me who you are leading if you can't tell me who you are following. Here it is. Let me get this to you. Let me give this to you. This is your DJ Khaled major key alert moment. Somebody just type another one. Come on, family, just type another one. Just type another one. I have to get to the particular place of recognizing that my leadership is connected to my fellowship. I have to get to the particular place of knowing who it is that I am, recognizing the value that I have. Moving to a particular place of my altitude that is connected to my attitude. Knowing the particular people factor. Moving to a greater lens of tapping into the greatness of who it is that I am internally. What am I doing to roll up my sleeves each and every single day to become a better leader? And here it is. You become a better leader by how you lead you, not by how you lead them. You become a better leader by you allowing yourself to be a follower of Christ. By saying, all right, yep, I got a covering spiritually. I got a covering naturally. And the covering is helping me to recover from some of the issues of what it is that I grapple with. Got to lead me better. You lead yourself better in what it is that you're doing to get a win each and every single day. Physically, what is your diet like? How are you moving in the place of exercise and nutrition? Mentally, what are you doing for self-care? How are you managing stress? What is your level of emotional intelligence like? What are the thoughts that you think? Are you moving into a place of limited beliefs and emotional snipers? And walking into a particular place of stagnant, stymied, stinking thinking that keeps you sulking and sinking? Scarcity mindset? Are you in a place to where you're lacking innovation? You just feel like you're stuck. You're in the same place that you were last year and you haven't made any changes. You're in the same place that you were 5 years ago. Nothing changes if nothing changes. What are you doing to shift from where it is that you are to where it is that you can be? And it moves you into a greater place of interpersonal unity. Come on, family. Type, I am a leader. Come on, family. Type that. Type, I am a leader. And not just I am a leader. I am a servant leader. I'm looking each and every single day. What can I do to serve? I'm looking each and every single day. What can I do to show up in the lives of my friends and my family and my loved ones? What can I do to serve in my community? What can I do to serve in my church? What can I do to serve in my organization? What can I do to serve in the school system? What can I do to serve? Notice this. I didn't say, what can you do to be recognized? What can you do to be noticed? What can you do to be tapped and patted on your back? What can you do to get acclaim and fame and receive another award? No, the reward of servant leadership, of servitude and sacrifice and giving is what it is all about. I believe I'm talking to some servant leaders out there who know that your gift is making room for you and bringing you before great men. I know I've got some servant leaders out there who understand that, listen, I don't do this for applause. I do it for a cause. I know I've got some servant leaders out there who understand this, that if I can help somebody as I travel along, then my living shall not be in vain. I know I've got some servant leaders out there that say the greatest among us will be your servant. I want to be great. So much that I'm willing to serve. That's what it's all about. Here's what I realized: servants also sow. Yeah. We've had a courageous conversation, super conversation. I would that you drop a super chat, a super sticker into this courageous conversation regarding leadership and really how to 10x your leadership ability. Once you sow where you grow, once you sow where you soar. It's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. And I would that you sow a seed into this word that you've heard. Help us to broaden this broadcast. Sow into good ground here. You can do that. Link is in the chat. The link is in the description of this video for where to give and how to give. You can do that via Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. I would that you sow into the leadership ability of what it is that God is cultivating in your life. You're a leader on a new level. You're a leader who's not a liability. You're a leader who is an asset. Why? Because you have the heart of a servant. And as a result of you serving, as a result of you moving into a place of sacrifice, as a result of you giving even a sacrificial seed, God is expanding your boundaries. God is expanding your borders. He's giving you a Jabez blessing. Oh, that thou would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory Enlarge your territory. I believe God is doing it for your gift to make room for you. God is enlarging your territory so that you can show up and shine and serve at the same time. God is expanding your territory, and I would that you sow into the blessing of what it is that he's giving you. Name your seed as you're sowing your seed. It's not as a debt that you owe. It is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow where you grow. You grow right here. I want you to sow where you soar. You soar right here too. Thank you for your seeds and your sacrifice and your gifts of sowing. Because of you, we're continually growing. Family, if you're not a member of our Eagles Academy, you ought to join us. Eagles, empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. We want to help you to maximize and multiply and manifest that vision of what it is that God gave you, of what it is that's been burning deep within your heart, to where in many cases it makes you feel frustrated, and you know that there's more for you. You know that there's some transformation that you need to step into. You know that there's some truth and some knowledge and some insight and some revelation that you need to gain and get and receive clarity for. That all happens in our community. Got a special rate going on right now for just $24.99. Price will go up. I would that you seize the moment even right now. Go to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. Fill out the form. I guarantee you will be transformed. Yes, you will be. Because you're not transformed by the renewing of your vows, and we're happy about that. You're not transformed by the renewing of your lease, but you're only transformed by the renewing of your mind. And you're not going to be conformed. You're going to be transformed. So thank you. Partner with us. Go to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. If you haven't joined our In the Mix member area, I encourage you to do so. Go ahead, get a badge, VIP, Royalty, OQP. And my gift to you is to give you access to our private area, which is the Connor's Corner content, our private membership area. Everybody can't get access to it, but you can. Go ahead, get one of those badges and get membership privileges. Membership has its privileges. Get all that access to my Connor's Corner content and get profound and amazing clarity. Family, did you enjoy this? Was this empowering to you? Was this eye-opening for you? Was this a blessing to you? Was this transformative for you? Did this develop the leader that's in you? I sure hope so. Because In the Mix is out of time. But y'all know I'm not out of truth, and so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. Right here on the YouTube side, I need you to make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Yeah, hit the subscribe button on. There's been an explosion of information, revelation, and inspiration. But also sincere salute and shout out to all of our viewers on the social media side. Thank you for checking us out on our sister satellite stations on social media. I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Yeah, step this way, step that way. What way am I talking about? By friending me, by following me on all of the social sites, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop. At EddieConnorJr. Come on, family, put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now come on, why would you look any further? You know I'm the man for the job, so invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your leadership session, your school, your graduation, your college, whatever's clever. Let's make some progression. All you have to do is email me to invite me, info@EddieConnor.com. And it would be a tremendous honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother, and I mean that, from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know, brother, gotta run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. Family, there is power in partnership, and we are better together, which is why I am on a mandated mission to activate 30, yes, 30 new action takers who are ready to soar beyond their limits. I'm ready to develop and deploy you into your gifts and your greatness. Now, are you ready? Well, get activated by joining the Eagles Academy, where we cultivate your gifts and your talents to become the greatest version of yourself. And we do this through weekly mastermind sessions where you receive strategies for exponential growth with self-paced Eagles Nest reflections that include personalized feedback to transform you, to renew your mindset, to empower you to take action and actualize your purpose. Are you an action taker? If so, today I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Well, great. Then visit theeaglesacademy.com and become a member. For only $24.99, you will unlock unlimited knowledge and resources that will launch you and catapult you into the greatest version of yourself. I invite you to the winner's circle. On your mark, get set, go right now to theeaglesacademy.com and seize this moment.